Yeah.
Instead of Jay. There's actually...
I applaud these guys for what they do. And there's no way I could ever be a rapper because, believe me, at one point, I did have a rapper phase.
Yes.
I was trying to be a rapper.
Yes.
And then you had a wrestling MMA phase.
He's been in his wrestling MMA boxing phase since he was like 12.
Yeah.
And it has not ended yet.
It has not ended, and it probably won't end until something seriously happens to me.
They missed the cool shit though.
They have missed the cool shit.
The backyard wrestling was the cool shit.
The backyard wrestling.
You see Cody Ryerson. You know who Cody Ryerson is? He's a principal in McPherson now at elementary school. But he moves out someone off the fucking fence back in high school.
He leg dropped a guy off a fence in my grandma's backyard.
Jeez.
Back in the day.
That's when backyard wrestling first came out. We thought it was cool, so we were gonna fuck each other up.
And then we had let's see who else. We had your cousin Monkey hit Ozzy so hard that Ozzy flew across the backyard.
Oh, man.
Flew across.
That was bad, dude. He still feels bad about that. Like, he didn't mean to. Like, it's just a reaction. He was just fucking with Ozzy. You know Ozzy. He ain't right. But he always wanted to come to train with us.
He ain't right.
We're beating up Ozzy.
No. It wasn't like that. Like, he always wanted to come train with us. Well, he always wanted to spar somebody, and none of us would spar him because...
And he got launched, huh?
And yeah, he sparred my cousin. And Monkey was being real cool. He really was. Like, he was barely tapping, you know what I'm saying? Just acting like he was doing it. And then one time he snapped a punch, and this motherfucker flew 4 feet and didn't get up for like 5 minutes. I thought he killed him.
So, that's that. Let's do this. I guess we don't really need to play the music. We just start the show.
Hey, can we get some? We got headphones.
Yeah, you have any
headphones over here?
You might be out of luck.
I don't think there's an
Manifest Records.
outlet.
Who the hell is calling?
I said, do you have any more guests today? Or is it just all crazy ass? You ain't got no more guests.
Are you sure?
It's you guys and 12 rappers whenever they get
no
here.
Headphones. You don't need headphones. Everybody gonna be talking in front of you. Fuck would you sound like to these people? I mean,
12
rappers.
rappers.
Guy said it, but
Can I be heard? You hear me?
Where's the 12 rappers?
Can you hear?
He's got it turned off right now.
Oh, turn Tone's mic on. Do mic check 1 2.
There we go.
1 2 1 2. Mic check.
I've got you.
1 2.
Okay.
Still say that
Well,
was.
we're waiting on 12 rappers to get here.
Is this 12 or are you just throwing that number out that sounds cool?
I think there's actually 12 of them coming.
He told me there was at least 8 the other day, and there were more probably coming. So I was like,
They changed it. Shauna got 12 rappers.
Is that the promoted chick?
Shauna Hutchins.
I've never met her, but I think
she's a perv. But she doesn't like white guys.
Well, that's cool because I'm not.
I really like white chicks.
You don't know about that.
She doesn't like white. She doesn't like white guys, but does she like white girls?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to chat off the air.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we can talk about that on air.
Are we on air?
Well, yeah, we're legally on the air.
Oh.
Yes,
We've been on the air for about 4 minutes.
His girlfriend that Jiggy said was too hot for him left. I'll tell it. I'm fuck. She's like,
you'll tell that story?
Yeah, dude.
Tell that story.
It was like living with.
We got time.
It was like living with a 12-year-old every day of my life. I love her to death, but she is a child.
Okay.
I mean, she's just young.
We've seen it coming, but we let Buddha figure it out.
Yeah.
We let Buddha figure it out.
It all started with stop music. I don't want you promoting music anymore. That conversation didn't go good. She was just like,
why does she not want you to do music?
Because it takes too much time away from us. It's a busy game, bro. You know that. I mean, if I'm at home, if I'm not at work, I'm at home on the phone. I'm emailing people. I'm calling people. I'm having meetings with my guys. You know, we have shows to do. You never want to go out and do shows? Which that was the first red flag. Because if you don't want to go out, I can't be with you. I'm not a homebody. Fuck being at home. Like, who wants to?
You know what I think is funny is that when me and Brittany first got together, she's like, well, a last boyfriend that I had, all he ever wanted to do was stay home. And so we'd go places, and she's like, you always want to go places, you never want to stay home.
Yeah, it switches up. That's because you've been going places.
That just depends on what you go through.
8 years.
You don't have a
I think Brittany's problem is she thinks
next time you go to Denver,
thinks she's the help. That's what she thinks she is. She thinks she's just the assistant.
Next time you go to Denver, I want to come. I don't even need to go to Exotica. You can just drop me off in Denver. I'll be good for a couple of days. I'll holler at you.
They had a deal.
I'll be lost in the woods somewhere with a fucking.
They had a deal called Starbuds, where you could get on this bus tour and they'd take you to all the pot shops.
That sounds like a hell of a bus tour. Yeah, I kind of wish I would have had headphones. Actually, with that last, well, maybe not, because I don't know how good the music
Killer
was,
King Kaiser.
Killer King Kaiser. I heard the song. And I was like, that sounds like the type of people I can get along with.
Old DJ Spawn just doing his thing.
DJ Spawn is the shit.
See, how this all came together is Spawn got a hold of me 2 weeks ago and said, hey, I'm coming down. We need to do something big. And then I got a hold of Buddha and I said, hey, you want to come down? And he's like, it's my birthday.
Hey, I don't say fucking birthday no more.
I know. Whenever I see you, your speech has impeccably got better.
You should have heard me a long time ago.
I'm missing something.
So Buddha's like, well, it's my birthday. Okay, well, fine. And then he's like, I'll bring tone. I'm like, even better.
Really, yeah. I had a horrible speech impediment, bro.
And then all of a sudden, you know what's funny is when Buddha couldn't hardly talk. He had a horrible speech impediment, but you get this guy trashed. He's like Don LaFontaine, man. He was clearer than anybody. He sounded like a voiceover artist.
Maybe I'm just
we'd get him drunk and have him cut radio imaging.
He just stays drunk. That's his thing. Right?
Back at the old fucking. It was like that Peter Griffin storyline where they got him drunk and he could play the piano.
Back in the fucking first radio days. It's a little unknown fact to most people. I think I was on the first ever Jiggy Jaguar radio.
I think you were on the very first ever Jiggy Jaguar radio program.
When you were living in the what were those apartments? Those were ghetto.
The Leon apartments. The Leon apartments that are over there.
That was crazy.
The good old Leon.
We had the crazy old drunk guy that lived downstairs.
Gary the Indian guy. Yeah. He had a brother named Skeeter.
That started drinking whiskey with on a daily basis. Fucking Dwayne was around.
Shatner, Dwayne.
Dwayne. Whatever happened to him?
Dwayne is institutionalized in McPherson. He is at what the fuck is it over there? The the deal where they have the retards make the art.
NCDS and shit. Disability support.
Disability supports. Yeah. He's over there. He was in one of their commercials. Really? I was at the gym one day and they had one of their commercials going and I'm like, the fuck is Dwayne? Dude, he was sitting there making crazy. Like a moose or something out of clay.
Dwayne was fucking crazy. It was cool though.
Dwayne had like tard strength, so like you'd have him hit mitts and it felt like Tyson was hitting those mitts. Yeah. So we put gloves on him one day and we're like, hey, hit these mitts. So Buddha held the mitts up, taught Dwayne how to box, and then he's like, Jag, you gotta feel this. So I put these mitts on and I'm like, okay, Dwayne, give me a 1-2. Bam, bam. And I'm like, we gotta get him on the tough man circuit.
Hey.
He would win this thing.
Fuck shit up.
And then somebody told me that they passed some law like in the 50s that you can't take advantage of the mentally handicapped and put them in competitions and things. So I'm like, well,
never mind.
There goes my idea.
That was $1 million idea.
It was $1 million idea. We could have taken him all over the country.
He would have been ripping phone books apart. He would have loved it too.
He'd have been ripping phone books apart. We would have entered him into tough man competitions, powerlifting.
He would have loved it.
Brock Lesnar, the most decorated combat athlete on the planet. Forget about it. Dwayne is.
Fucking A. I remember I sparred Sam Bacon in your apartment because he was all mad about me and Diana.
Bacon.
Dude, no, it was funny as fuck. He tried to jump, like we square up, right? And he tries to jump at me.
Sam Bacon's a lunatic.
And, he jumps at me, so I catch him in the air. And as the first time he did it, I set him back down, and I was like, dude, don't try that bullshit. So we square back up, and he fucking does it again. So that time, instead of being nice, I fucking just slammed the fuck. Like, they heard it 4 floors down, I swear it. I thought I fucking heard him. I just slammed the fuck out of him. He is a fucking douchebag. There's a funny story. You know, him and Diana. Remember that? So she's married to the guy that owns Mac Movers now. I don't know if you know that. I don't know who the guy is. I just know he owns Mac Movers.
Really? That's why they got money.
Diana. That's his ex-fiance Stump, which was a crazy bitch. I hope she's listening.
Oh, she probably is, I would have said.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
She'll call in.
Look at the phone. Yeah, look at the phone.
She'll call
listened
in.
That I had.
Let me send her a message.
That show. I listened to your show the day she called in. Actually,
let's see.
It was a fun. Don't get Stump on the phone.
Let me see if I
She'll
can get her to call
and
in.
Murder me. But no, it was his ex-fiance's little sister. So Jiggy thought it'd be cool if I started dating his ex-fiance's little sister, or his fiance at the time's little sister. You know.
Is it like a revenge thing?
No. They were together. They were together at the time. So. Yeah, we dated off and on for years, and then she got with Sam Bacon, and then he didn't like it because we hung out. So he told me one day he wanted to spar, which is not a good idea because he's like little.
He's a tiny guy.
He's a tiny guy.
Very tiny guy.
I was a lot bigger back then. Like when I was in high school and fucking actually training and doing shit. When the last time I hit a fucking bag was? It's probably been like 5 years. I need to get back to it. Adrian wants me to come. Fucking, he told me I could come train with him.
Adrian.
I'm like terrified that motherfucker's just gonna put me in the dirt.
Adrian's a bouty motherfucker. I almost.
Adrian. I love Adrian.
I almost fought Adrian back in high school. Well, it was gonna be a sanctioned fight. I mean, in the ring.
Adrian is.
Speaking of, you see Humble Brian doing his little like first like, I said well probably wasn't his first, but like.
Oh,
semi-professional, not even semi.
Yeah. Yeah, his little MMA bout.
Got his ass mollywop.
Yep.
Who?
That's what's funny, dude. Everybody.
What happened? Who got mauled?
One of our homeboys, he's like a year or two younger than us. They had these like semi-professional fights, and he was like the guys that like aren't really semi-professional. They go before everybody. He went in there.
He tried to get an octagon.
When did this happen?
Could have been a weigh-in.
It was
brought
in,
him in there, and I'm like, I could tell you right away,
Oh.
this dude's about to get fucked up. Because this big son of a bitch comes walking in the ring, and Brian's sitting there.
Oh, it's smoker fights, I bet.
Shit. Skinny and like, oh, it's bad. He got mollywopped.
It's like that boxing buddy. Someone needs to open McGraw's and open boxing buddy because you can break another person's jaw.
we love.
That was a funny day. He fucking hit this guy so hard, he fucking hurt. He heard the crack, he thought he broke his hand, and then his dumbass hit him again because
the guy was breathing, and he was breathing with his mouth open, and I happened to hit him about the time he dropped his jaw to breathe. And I broke that bone that connects your skull to your jaw or whatever. And I thought, well, I'd broken my hand because I heard this pop, and I thought, well, to hit him again. So I hit him again, and it didn't hurt, and I'm like, well, it wasn't my hand.
You are so nice, Jiggy.
Wonder what happened.
It was a sanctioned fight. It was boxing buddy.
It was boxing buddy.
And he was a big ass dude.
Edwards is still.
People were looking at Jiggy like he was nuts. They fucking. What was his name?
Vanilla Gorilla.
Yeah.
Vanilla Gorilla.
This dude was fucking like it was like that situation. Like they're like, why would Jiggy walk in the ring with that guy? But that's the unknown fact. Jiggy don't look like much, but Jiggy will fuck some people up.
No shit. I saw that.
And then you got
when I was watching the fight.
Yeah.
Spawn's a big tough guy too.
I used to be.
Oh yeah, I bet.
And then there's Jay.
I used to be. I used to get in trouble at karate class for doing boxing and at boxing classes for karate.
Did you see that? Did you see Mayweather's gonna get in the octagon?
Really?
Did you see he's a pussy and that the rules are that there's no kicks, no knees, no elbows, no grounds, no ground and pound, no wrestling, pretty much at all. So it's a boxing match inside of an octagon.
Hey, that works.
I think the rappers are here. I see a mob rolling up.
We just had a mob roll up.
Hey, why don't you Spawn
What?
or Jay?
What?
Or they're at the door, one of the
Spawn's
two.
closer.
Open, please.
You can come in.
You're gonna have to go get that, bro.
Somebody's gonna have to get the door.
Somebody step up. Just open the door.
I told you.
That's what we do.
Holy
12
crap.
rappers.
The mob. The mob showed up.
I told you, 12 rappers were gonna show up today.
What up, y'all?
And they are all here.
You weren't kidding.
What's up? We are all getting it in where we fit in, as they say.
What's up, sir?
Getting it in, making it happen. All those glasses.
What up, man? Buddha.
Look at this. They're just making the rounds.
Boy, is it cold outside?
I love it. They're just making the rounds.
Hands are cold.
It's like, hey.
Nice to see you.
I feel like I'm at an indie wrestling show. Everyone's going up and shaking everybody's hands.
An indie
Hey, at least they're actually shaking hands.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to an indie wrestling show when they
are
go?
better because the hands are so freaking cold.
It's cold as fuck outside.
I'm gonna have somebody warm my hands
Oh, wasn't
up.
some bipolar ass shit in Kansas?
I just got cold just from touching
DJ
y'all's hands.
Spawn is here.
DJ Spawn.
Buddha is here.
I gotta talk to DJ Spawn before.
Okay,
Tone
DJ
is here.
Spawn.
Jaybird Wells is here.
And that's
Tone.
Tone. Not to be confused with Tone
Not
Cruz.
Tone Cruz or Tone G.
No.
Just Tone.
And I'm Jay.
And not to be confused with. Now, by the way,
Tone Cruz.
since we do have, of course, I'm just like,
You put Spawn.
What is the deal with the damn air
horn? To do
horns?
his job.
at some stage of the game, since we do have all these rappers and we do have Spawn at some point will try to con everybody into a cipher.
And a what?
A cipher. You know, where everybody gets a beat and they rap to it.
Yeah.
They freestyle to it.
I don't have enough phone for doing a live feed. Do you?
I do.
Are you gonna do
But-
a live feed?
I'll tape it and send it to you.
That potentially may happen at some point once we get all our interviews done. However, let's do this. We are going to do this. We are going to take a break since we've got everybody here now. And I am going to get our first guest ready to go.
Okay, where's Shauna?
So let me
Here's
do
Shauna.
this.
But by four.
Hey.
I'm just going to throw something on the air.
On
So-
one of the accounts?
Here's this.
Huh?
So they've got you on the ID.
Hopefully.
That's all I drink now.
Huh?
I'm tired of drinking 12
Maybe.
beers to get drunk. I want to drink 6.
There we go.
Oh, yeah?
All right, we're going to take a break. We're back with more here
Get drunk.